And hi everybody, welcome to my channel. So today's video I wanted to do a first impressions on this highlight and contour palette from the Balm. I know this is an older palette, but I don't want to say I recently got it. This is my first time using it, but I've owned this palette for a little over a year. I got it with one of the Ipsy deals when I had an Ipsy bag or membership or whatever, subscription. So I haven't even swatched this palette yet. So I'm going to swatch everything first and then I'm going to apply it on my face and I'll let you guys know what I think about it. So these are the swatches of everything in the palette. Over here we have 2 shimmer highlighters, 2 matte highlighters. I want to say these are the 2 contouring powders. This is the bronzer and the blush. So I only added a very small amount of concealer underneath my eyes and I'm just blending it all out. As you can see, it's really close to my skin tone, and just whatever is left on my sponge, I'm just going to apply a little bit on my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, and on my chin, above my smile lines. I really want to see how well these powders work out. So I'm just blending everything out underneath my eyes so I don't set the creases. Now going in with a Morphe M43 8 brush, I'm going to take a little bit of this yellow powder and I'm going to start pressing this into my under eyes. I normally like setting my under eyes with a powder and then going in with a brightening powder, but I figured I'll do it a little differently today and see how it works. I think it's brightening pretty well. It's not too light. And it's not breaking apart either. So to set my highlight, I went in with this shade right here. So now going in with this shade using my Morphe M529 brush, I'm just going to start working this onto my cheekbones. That's actually a really nice color. So I want to see how dark this shade is right here. I went in with 20 dB on my cheekbones. So I'm going to do 10 dB on my forehead, my temple area. And I'm just using a very small amount of product. And I am going to just push in this powder. But just pushing in the product seems to be working really nicely. It's not breaking up my foundation. And it's not going on patchy at all. So as you saw, I only went in with a very small amount of product and it went a very long way. So just whatever is left on my brush, I'm just going to run on my jawline. I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup and then I will come back and let you know what I think about this palette. So going in with this highlighting shade right here, I'm going to pop this onto my cheekbone. It's a really nice highlighter. A little goes a very long way. I barely dipped my brush into the shade. So the highlighting shade went on really nice. It's really pretty. I usually prefer more of a gold or champagne highlight. This is a little lighter and a little more on the silver side, I guess, but I don't hate it. I do think it's really nice. You know what? I'm also gonna, let me try this shade right here and see if it makes a difference. Well, that actually made it a lot brighter. Actually, I don't mind that at all. I'm happy with my nose highlight, so I'm just gonna leave that as is. And I'm gonna go in with the blush, and it looks extremely pigmented. I barely touched my brush in there. So I'm gonna add this to the apples of my cheek. That's actually a really nice shade of pink. So I'm just really keeping this blush on the apples of my cheek. I'm not bringing it all the way out. Before dipping in my brush again, I'm just going to use whatever's on my brush because this is extremely pigmented. So as you can see, my face is completely finished. I did go ahead and finish off my face using a couple of additional products. On my nose, I have this highlighter right here. It's not as blinding. It's pretty nice though. I normally like more of a golder champagne-y highlight, but this was surprisingly nice. And I did add this onto my cheekbones as well, but I also wanted to go in with this shade, and that's what actually made it pop a lot more. So I really liked this combination on my cheekbones. And I did go in with the blush on my cheeks. I'm not someone who really likes blush, but this was pretty nice. Please also keep in mind that it is extremely pigmented. I used the smallest amount, what I thought was the smallest amount, and it was extremely pigmented, so I had to kind of just tap off a lot. And I only dipped my brush in once, and it was enough for both cheeks. But overall, my first impression, nothing is separating, nothing's breaking up, everything went on really nice. And this is me not setting my face properly. I just went in with my foundation and my concealer. Normally, I always set my face with a translucent powder, and then I go in with my brightening shades and my contour shades just to make sure that that nothing breaks apart. But so far, I'm not seeing any breaking up, so I'm overall really impressed with this. I will try this out for the next couple of weeks, and if anything has changed, or I would just come back with my full thoughts on this palette, I will let you know. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.